Hi Aquarius, welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of September 2023. I hope all is well in your Aquarian world. We will begin and pull some oracle from this money and career oracle deck, and then we'll move on to pull some tarot in an attempt to keep it somewhat simplistic. But let's do some shuffling and get this going. I did hear a couple random messages before beginning your reading, one of which was extra money. I feel like there's more than expected when it comes to work, your business, just in general. But I also heard the message of wealth for the taking and a sense of you being quite hungry for the money, all right? That being one, if not your only real motivation throughout the month. Sure, you want to help people, you want to succeed in other ways, wanting the abundance and prosperity to be building, growing, flowing towards you throughout the month. But it just feels like you want the money. You could have one, if not multiple, goals of importance for you where it's going to be very fulfilling to see that come to be. I want to say a couple months down the line or maybe a year down the line. Saving up for either that comfort to not have to worry about your finances, or it could be more so, say, a move of residence, a new mode of transportation, a different type of investment. And I feel like some of which are being strategic in regards to wanting money put aside for unexpected twists and turns of your Aquarian path, right? Say you just out of the blue have to up and move to somewhere new, or your car breaks down. Just two random examples, but there's just a sense of you being smart and planning ahead and by saving up. And there's a change that some of which onto the reading want to make moving forward, and that's going to have certain unexpected expenses that you don't foresee. So there's a sense of you needing to meet your goal but exceed it a bit, okay? Just to be safe rather than sorry. The Anchor card, money blocks, being stuck and financially sound. There's a sense of you, getting rid of, removing certain blockages, or one in particular when it came to your money. This could be an ongoing kind of process, but for some, it may feel like there's a block between you and your savings. It's like Spirit's not allowing you to tap into it, all right? Because you're meant to see it grow, to increase. A sense of you being the anchor in a situation, energy-wise, when you're accomplishing, getting things done, being very wise in the midst of which, utilizing your experience and knowledge through it all. But I really am getting kind of a Eight of Swords vibe about the being stuck part of this card. You feeling a bit trapped, limited, stuck at this period of time within that work situation, within that living situation. It could be a different contract, not having all of the means to make a change that you desire yet, or it just not being the right time, or both. But I do feel like there's a financially sound vibe about your month where the money's flowing in. You're putting in the hard work and seeing the effort pay off, seeing the money add up once again. And it's this vibe of you at times not being 100% satisfied with the amount you make or the amount that's flowing in, but as long as you're managing it wisely, which I feel like for the most part you are, you're seeing it little bit by little bit, or they're saying chunk by chunk, it adds up and grows for you and leads you towards more for yourself. Beautiful. They're saying continue to be that anchor, all right? Be responsible, be wise, and check yourself when you feel the desire to overdo it spending-wise, habit-wise, right? Needing to produce the best quality work and needing to, again, just be smart when it comes to the managing of your money. But there's a feeling of you in a very swift and easygoing kind of way. You get things done. There's a chill vibe about your energy for the most part. And when you're not feeling chill or grounded, I really feel like there's other factors outside of you, other people you work with and or live with, your spirituality. Getting noise factors playing into the negative, downfall of your energy, just the way you're feeling in that moment negatively. But you have what it takes to steer clear, to the best of your ability, steer clear of people with bad energy and whatnot. But say it's you're stuck for the day in that work situation, and the energy is just bad in general there. It's poorly run, or just people are stressed, being too loud maybe. You're not going to be able to steer clear of it. So then what are we going to do? What have we learned over time to best cope with that? Just stay in your own bubble, your own lane is what I'm getting. Water related, you may be thinking about coastal vibes, wanting to travel more, wanting to move to somewhere near water, but I feel like either way, being drawn to this reading, there is a nice amount of traveling in your future. And so that might be also something you need to think about financially, to when the opportunity arises, or you just get this huge urge to travel moving forward, you have enough extra funds. And I really feel like you're being reminded something that's at hand, whether it's where you live, another investment, it could be your job, business, something is stable for now. All right, you need to be grateful for that stability, that roof over your head, or just that expected income, the hours that you're able to put in towards more success, more money. But I feel like you're being reminded something, if not multiple situations for you, temporary. So don't let things get out of whack expectation wise, or do you know what I'm saying? Like do not allow for things to get the best of you and blow out of proportion, because it's a temporary situation. Even if it's not, still try to keep things stable and realistic in that sense. One or two more for Aquarius. Okay, beautiful. The Ring card, financial commitments, long-term investments on the mind, preparation for which, thinking about how you work well with certain people and how you can work well with certain individuals, certain types of energies, but it doesn't mean that you should choose to, if you have the option to work, to yourself in your own bubble, or work well with someone else. Does that make sense? Because I feel like someone could, rub you the wrong way. Someone could alter your confidence or just the quality of your work, your overall mood potentially for that day. But I sense that there's a connection to your work that you have. Even if it's, say, I'm hearing a mindless kind of job, or a job where it feels very repetitive, or just something to make the money. It's not a passion of yours. It could be obviously a business and or a job, if not multiple, that you do feel very passionate about. It's something that drives you, that fulfills you. Either way, I feel like you're very much connected to your work, and this is helping you vibe well. It's helping you produce quality, and it's helping you see more success come to be, and it's helping you make money. All right, and impress people all the meanwhile. The Treasure card, talking about worry-free finances, money in reserve. Yep, your savings, being pushed to look around at home. It could be more so, say, your desk situation at work, and notice the abundance of wealth at hand that you've earned for yourself, or that you've been gifted, potentially both. But I do feel like there's excess, once again, more than expected, and you needing to appreciate every little bit of abundance flowing in and being earned throughout the month, because I feel like that's going to even help you in the upcoming month or two, October, November, where there's more abundance, or I want to say the 2 months in general, comparing them, different types of abundance. Okay, one's going to be more lucrative than the other, but there's a hidden talent that you're going to discover throughout this month, if not after a big change moving forward, and that's going to be highlighted throughout September. So let's move on to the tarot. Let's do some shuffling. Grounded and passionate is what I'm getting. Your ability to say the right thing at the right time, even when you don't think you are, that's going to come into play and help you, again, succeed more. But it's just going to leave people in awe and wanting to know more about you and how you do what you do. The Magician and the Queen of Wands, absolutely amazing energy. You being a badass with that Queen of Wands energy paired with the Magician, the ability to manifest, to co-create, to see things work for you and not against you. There's a sense of you being an individual drawn to this reading where you've come so far when it comes to a specific skill set, talent, the running of your business, when it comes to, even if you feel like it's not where it should be at this point, You will find that things start to increase quite rapidly when the time is right. It might be after a specific change for you, whether it's for that business or in your life in general. But through your job, you're finding yourself, it's hard not to notice how far you've come. Spirit might even push you to notice this or remember this because you're able to handle certain annoyances, certain difficulties, overcome obstacles, accomplish, fulfill certain obligations, even at home as well, in order to get the job done. But you're doing it in a much more mature, experienced manner than you once would have. There's a sense of you being pushed to think back to a less mature, younger version of yourself at a similar kind of job or living situation. And how did you cope with and deal with what's at hand, annoyance-wise or obligation-wise? You didn't do it as well. You weren't as calm, cool, and collected. In Spirit saying you're true evidence of the fact that you can be passionate, you can be motivated and hardworking, but grounded and somewhat peaceful through it all. You don't have to be running around like a chicken without a head. You might be at certain points if you're busy, but you don't have to be all out of whack energy-wise, like potentially somebody you're working with and or living with, if not multiple people. And so not to talk negatively about them, but their energy, way of working and or living in comparison to you is helping you stand out in the crowd in a positive light. Authority figures, customers, clientele, people seeing you as somebody who knows what they're doing and has a lot of experience under their belt and doesn't stress it, right? You may be stressing a little bit here and there, but mainly behind the scenes to not be seen by the public eye, but you are doing what you need to do and doing it well. All right. So I would applaud yourself, pat yourself in the back when it comes to that. Sorry, I went kind of quiet and that adjusted my energy a bit. But I am getting the fact that people are applauding you, people are clapping for you, giving you a bit of a standing ovation. You might find that there's some starlight success, spotlight success taking place throughout the month for you. To continue for Aquarius, the Five of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Emperor card. The month of September does entail certain stresses. I want to say for some it could be your dreams or spirituality energy, but it could be the energy in a work situation at home. It could be how something's run, I want to say. It could be who you have to work with and or live with. It's the sense of you doing what you have to do either way, right? At times you're going to, if you work a day-to-day job, if not multiple, be looking at the clock or thinking about just wanting to wrap that day up, right? Appreciative of the fact that you're able to put in the effort and the hours and make that money succeed. But it's just this vibe of you wanting to get away from a situation at certain points. And knowing where your control lies is going to be key for you. Holding your cards close to your chest, protecting your money to the best of your ability. I sense that you have a change that you're aiming for, that you're thinking about, and you don't feel it's going to be beneficial to update people at this point. Sure, at a certain point, even if it's before that takes off or comes to be. But at this point in time, saying less or anything at all, saying less, if not keeping your mouth shut altogether, that's going to benefit you at this time, confidence-wise. We don't need people's opinions, judgments, and lack of confidence in that idea or change to affect how you move forward. All right. Just keep your nose to the grind and do what you got to do and be strategic as to what you share. Take that in more than one way with more than one person throughout the month. Oversharing is not going to be your best friend. And feel things out. I want to say you're going to be somebody throughout the month who, even if you normally don't, you're going to be feeling things quite efficiently, strongly, intuitively, but also just when it comes to energy and what you expect and just simply know. And so you may even be protective in nature like myself. So when you feel something, just either steer clear of that person, situation, moment, or just adjust as needed. All right. Trust yourself and trust what you're feeling once again. But this Emperor card talking about how there are moments throughout the month, and it could be a good chunk of which, or a lot of chunks where you are very serious, planning, strategically looking into options for where to move to, where to start working, what to be wrapped up with or potentially commit to, invest in moving forward. Thinking about how to make the best out of what's at hand until the time comes for a switch up or the time comes for an improvement that's expected or just you'll work towards or make come to be. Yeah, I just feel like there's a buckling down and doing what you got to do. Even your downtime feels like there's a focus on what you want, whether it's more success, more money, different lifestyle for yourself, right? More. But try not to let that lead to a level of, I want to say, greed. Find the balance in it all. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, I feel like a situation is leaving you with abundance. To say the very least, it may not feel like it's overflowing from your cup at certain points. But in a sense, if you're to take a step back and look at things in a larger picture way, your cup is overflowing. All right. Gifts of chances, opportunities, generous people flowing towards you. And I really feel like the times where, for example, for me, my serving job, if I was to get sat at a table and that table ends up moving or I don't get a table when I'm supposed to, I always look at that as a blessing, right? Or protection, because I feel like all the meanwhile, maybe that table was going to be a troublesome group of people, or maybe they were just going to be a bad tip kind of table. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a time period for you where you need to recognize everything you're receiving, achieving, and what you're not is all purposeful. All right. I feel like you're very, very protected and guided at this time. Bear with me. I'm a bit dehydrated and being spiritually messed with, but the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel churning in your favor. They want me to hold these up together. The wheel churning for you and seeing a lot of money flowing in, I want to say. I mean, this may also be as far as you being gifted this or that materialistically. It may be you more so seeing things work out for you success-wise at work or through your business. But it feels like you're a very hardworking individual where Spirit's saying this isn't, it may be a little bit of luck, but it's not simply you having luck on your side and having Spirit help you. It's a little bit of both at the same time, but all the meanwhile, your hard work is keeping this wheel churning in your favor and things simply happening for you left and right. And so therefore, that was keywording simply. So therefore, be proud of yourself once again and don't fret, don't sweat the small stuff, all right? Allow for yourself to, again, keep that big picture thinking present within your view, your perspective, and things will just be wrapped up by the end of September and feel very rewarding, all right? You won't feel a sense of lack where you may have felt that stepping into September or even midway through it. It feels like there's gain, especially in the second half of the month where you are feeling like you're making significant progress towards more for yourself. All right. 1806, look up that angel number meaning. 1806. Yeah, again, I feel like you're flowing, you're accomplishing. There's a snake in your midst, my friend. Please be aware. Again, trust how you feel, what you know, what you've learned, and what you're being informed of intuitively and spiritually throughout the month. There's a very observant way about you as well. Okay, wanting to learn more. You're feeling it's impossible not to be tapped into that very observant way of being where you're noticing people's mannerisms, actions, how people are getting things done, how you work in comparison to other people, how you live in comparison to other people. It's going to be key for you to make sure that things are nice and tidy and organized. Don't let things get out of control in that sense. They're also saying, please be honest with yourself when it comes to habits. No over-consuming. Don't overspend once again, and don't over-associate yourself with certain people and moments, occurrences even, that just rub you the wrong way or leave you with questionable energy. To get ready to wrap this up, the 10 of Wands, there are going to be times when things feel quite heavy. This more is talking about for some, all that's on your back, on your plate, your shoulders. But if anybody can handle it, it's an Aquarius, right? I feel like you've dealt with a lot worse. This month also reminds you why you had to leave behind certain jobs, or one in particular, why you moved away from that place. why you had spirit intervened and made it so that you had to leave a situation potentially. I know that's happened to me. And I feel like that is highlighting how much worse things could be, even if you are noticing the imperfections and desire change moving forward. All right. You might find that a small tweak in how something's run or how something is proceeding for you. I'm getting specifically a work situation, could be at home. Okay, for somebody's moving and moving in or moving out. Anyways, I don't feel like this is going to be a very desirable change for you. So this may remind you why you have to keep moving forward towards more when the time is right. But they're saying all the meanwhile, even when things feel a bit heavy, a lot on your plate, once again, try to reground yourself and remain that anchor of your own situation, because nobody's going to ground your energy for you. The Ace of Wands, because I sense that there's a passionate new beginning on your mind, in your vision, on the target board, and you will hit it, my friend, all right? It's a month of passion, of success, of money making, and you're going to impress yourself and impress other people all the meanwhile. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, Aquarius, and I'll see you next time.